Hello Aries, Morgane here with your March reading 2018. I'm eating ice cream in your honor. Well, actually it's in my honor. I like ice cream. It's coconut chocolate by So Delicious. I like them. It's actually dairy free. Ooh. Healthy and compassionate and tasty. If I lost half of you, I don't care. I like that ice cream. I want to eat it while I'm reading your cards. It's still going to be a proper reading, I promise. So, Aries, you represent the spring that I'm so looking forward because I can't take this winter anymore. Not a winter person. I'm Mediterranean. I like the heat. Aries, 2018. Asking for messages. I feel like just because of the way of my energy with this reading and with the way the cards are being shuffled in a very clean, neat way, I feel like you guys are very, you're in a good place of focus and balance, right? Because it's being shuffled, it's focused, organized, but it's also flowing. I don't feel like stagnation. I don't feel it's a good flow. Okay, good start. But this is a general reading, so maybe it speaks to you, maybe it doesn't. Watch your moon, sun, and rising. This is for Aries, moon, sun, and rising. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, the sun sign is your zodiac official formal sign that goes according to the month of your birth, right? You were born end of March towards somewhere around April 20th, then you were Aries. Your moon and your rising is where the stars were at while you were born, at your moon and ascendant. And those say a lot about us as well. The moon is, generally speaking, is our relationships. The rising is the way we are perceived by our outside. And the sun sign is our soul, is our essence. And sometimes there's balance between all these three, and sometimes there isn't. If there isn't in your map, that doesn't mean that you are doomed for imbalance. It means that this is what you need to work on. All right? Aries. I feel like you're watching this for the sake of entertainment, like you got this. Once again, I think I had the same feeling either in January or in February. I guess either you guys are extremely focused. You know where you're at, how, where. You're taking this advice from me very lightly. Maybe I'll have a pearl of wisdom, maybe I won't, but either way, you know your direction, and that's a good thing. I hope I'll have something to add to it. I'll try. Okay, cards, I think we're ready for the reading for Aries for the month of March 2018. I might have to cut the deck. Not wait for them to show up. You have nothing to say for Aries? Spirit, I doubt it. You guys are not perfect. No one is. Even if our state of mind is that we've got it all covered, that's our state of mind. But does reality align? And if the reality in the 3D aligns, okay, does the reality in the 5D aligns? Are you really that enlightened and perfect? Or it's the story, the narrative? I'm not saying, I'm asking. I'm playing devil's advocate to challenge you. Because maybe so and maybe so. And who more than you do like to play devil's advocate? You will think something very clearly, but if someone will say it, you'll bring about the other, way of looking at it, which is great, but it can also be perceived as argumentative. Are you always right? Look at this. Nothing falls down. I'm mixing the cards so perfectly, so eloquently, so clear and sharp, like you right now. But the more you know, the less you learn, because if you don't have room for new knowledge, then new knowledge doesn't come, and there's always new knowledge. You never know it all. And as I'm saying it, it starts to be less sharp. So there's an agreement from the energy. So yeah, Nine of Pentacles. Everything is great on the surface. Nine of Pentacles is success and achievement and rewards after hard work. No luck was involved. You put in the effort. You put in the work. And there you have it. The fulfillment, the achievement, the money, the success, the status. But something is missing. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of success, of independence. But look at this wall. It's like being, in a golden cage. Cage is a bit an exaggeration. You're not locked. You're free. You can go wherever you want, but you're on your own. Even when you're together, you are on your own. Like this wall of steel. It's very honorable. It's very strong. It's very achievement. Beautiful, respectful. Not taking away from it whatsoever, but I'm playing devil's advocate like you like to do. I'm challenging you for more. What element is missing? Earth, right? I'm mixing the card. Earth, stability. Air, clear thinking. Fire, my desires, my wishes. Great. Not feeling water. Water, heart, emotion. Not to say that you don't have emotion. God forbid, Aries, you guys can be so loving and loved. Admired. You can be admired. You like it. You're addicted to it. That's why you want to keep that essence of I'm high and mighty, alone in the top. I want more for you. It's like I'm saying it sounds good, but it doesn't feel right. Sounds right on the book cover, the book description in the back. But when you read the book inside, something is missing. The writing is perfect, the technique, everything, but it doesn't make me fly with unknown inspiration, a sense of awe and wonder to magic and to the impossible, because you don't want to think in that way. You want magic and impossible, but you want it under your control. But that's not how magic and impossible really work. Modify it to work like that, so it will be comfortable for you to control it, but then it's not real. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going, Aries. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I do. This is great, but there's always room for more growth, right? This is one really positive expression of the earth element, the Nine of Pentacles. But guess what happens with the Ten of Pentacles? There are more characters. There's the man and the woman, the divine feminine and divine masculine. It could be two women, it could be two men in your life, you know, according to your preferences. There's children, there's like a happy home. This is like living alone in a castle. You're aware of it. You're not an idiot. You know. But what can you do to change it? That's where it gets tricky, because when you get so addicted to your independence and your strength and your success and your way of thinking, is there room behind these walls? Can anyone climb this? Alright, cards. Asking for more for Aries for March 2018. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna have a bite of ice cream. Just to celebrate that. You guys are probably thinking, oh, she's doing a commercial because this company is paying her, but they don't. They have no idea. I just love this ice cream. I love anything that is tasty that doesn't involve animal cruelty. So, I do it by choice. Yeah, look, it's awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong. If they were to pay me, I'd be happy and I wouldn't be hiding it. I don't care. It's not a bad thing. It's just not the situation. Right. Judgment. Awakening. Awareness. A calling. A sudden inner knowing that isn't so sudden, because the butterfly didn't just discover that he was a butterfly. He knew all along when he was a golem that he's meant to be a butterfly. He just didn't know how. Because he was a cocoon, you know? Caterpillar. He imagined that there's something greater and bigger, but he couldn't actually feel or understand it, because how can you understand the sense of flying when you don't have wings yet? And here they are, the wings. So here everything is great, but we're on the ground. Feels like there could be more, but here we are in awakening, a burning of the soul. Loneliness. And I can't take this loneliness anymore. What do I need to do to snap out of it, to find salvation, to find real happiness, not on the paper happiness, but real inner happiness? I want my soul to blossom, to fly. I want to be out in the nature, free and not locked behind golden doors. I want to be wild again. I want to feel again. I want to lose control again. This is awakening. This is beautiful. Look at the hand coming from the sky. Your prayers were heard, and now they are answered. But are you going to listen? Because many times we ask for something, and then we receive it, but then we don't recognize it. We don't even recognize that we're the one who actually asked for it, and it comes to us, and we're like, what is it? No, this can't be real. This is an illusion, because it's something that I only dreamed about and asked. So it must be either fake or a test. The devil is sending me a test. It can't be. It's too good to be true. Stop. You're asking for something. You claim to believe, and then it comes to you, and then you're like, no, you're bad. You're not real. It can't be. Yes, it can be. Everything can be. And then look back, you guys, of history. Oh, so many things that happened are like mind-blowing. Your situation can't be real. It's real. Let it be. Let your awakening be. Clarify the judgment. Clarify this awakening with the Nine of Pentacles. I want to see more into March for Aries. Great, we're becoming human again. We're going back to our nature, to being raw, not so much in control and perfect. Good. Nothing wrong with being in control as long as it's not controlling you and when you're under the impression that you're controlling control, if that makes any sense. Aries, March 2018. This one wants out. 6 of Cups. You are reminiscing. You are thinking about something or someone from the past and what could have been. And there's a new understanding about that. Judgment can be, you know, an awakening, a new awareness, a new understanding of something existing. This is the card of the reincarnations. This is the card of, you know, awakening all of your inner past lifetimes into one. You're suddenly tapping into everything, to all your ancient knowledge that was cooked up and locked up to feel safe. But now you're not scared anymore to think back of who you were, of people in your life that used to be, and what they meant to you and what you meant to yourself within that connection. A renewal of either a relationship or a family, or with a family member. Maybe you're suddenly feeling the longing or missing someone. You were too busy to think about it, building your empire. But now that everything is safe and acquired, now you suddenly have time to be like, wait, everything is supposed to be perfect. Why am I not so happy? And then the understandings come, and then the recollection come, and then the emotion starts to come up and stir in the pot. And then you know, and then suddenly you just know. Good, good. This is soul family. This is unions, reunions with soul family. Family members, friendships, acquaintances, partners, romantic, not romantic, whatever. Soul family. You're like, I need them back. I need to find them. I need to fix this. I need to fix this. I need to find room for them in this castle. I built this castle, but for who? Where are the children? Where is the sounds? Where is the laughter? Where are they? Where are they? But they're here. Okay. Let's bring them back. I'm hearing, let's bring them back. Let's make them into this. It's the generations, the reincarnations. It's deep. That's deep stuff. Aries. Good job. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep seeing the narrative of, let's give me the rest of the cards for this reading. Then maybe I'll look at the bottom of the deck or not. We'll see how it feels. The remaining cards, please, for the reading for Aries for March. Oh, got it. Wow, okay. Page of Wands and the Four of Wands. So we have Earth element. We have Water element. We have Fire element. The only element that allegedly is missing is the Air element, the thought, the cognitive, which we somewhat have here in the spiritual essence of it, but only in the spiritual essence of it. Less cognitive planning thinking, more of like a spiritual awakening, which is wonderful for you guys, because that's what you need right now. Less thinking, more feeling. Less thinking, more urge to create. This is a lot of creativity. This is a lot of like innocent, naive, new, childlike creativity. A renewal of faith, a renewal of, you know, awe. You know, like children look at life. Like birds look at life. Look at this wanderer. He's just listening to the chirp of the birds with such freedom. And he's now listening to the signs, listening to the universe, listening to the sounds of his environment. He's not just listening to himself, to his knowledge, he's listening to the outside as well. And this together is so lighthearted. There's so much fun in here. There's so much joy. I see so much joy in the next month. And to top it all, the cherry on top of the Four of Wands. Four of Wands can symbolize a wedding. It can symbolize 1111, twin flame connection, soulmate connection. Once again, the soulmate connection. And here from 1, we have 2. So you're going through a really healthy, interesting process in a very short time. So we have, okay, I've achieved everything on my own. I'm awakened to how I feel and to also spiritual awareness. This is spiritual, mastering the 3D. This is mastering the 5D, the energy, the spirit. And now there's fixing the past, bringing back the soul family, uniting with my soul family, with joy, with ease, with fun, with experience. You're making it, this is very heavy, right? But you're making it fun. And it's this beautiful union. This is what a beautiful, simple, linear reading. Feels great. Some of you guys are getting engaged to past relationships. You are now aware of who you love and you're uniting with them. Some of you are just reconnecting with family members or people from your past or people you haven't seen in a long time. You're bringing life into your success. That's really great. It's like you built the frame and now you're putting the painting in, or like you build the home and now you're bringing the family in. It's just sweet. I really like this reading for you guys. Like really, bottom of the deck. Not gonna overcomplicate it, unless I have complications in the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Okay. Page of Cups. And the Fool. The Fool is always great, and it really aligns with all this childlike, renewed, happy, open-hearted energy that I have here in this reading. And this is also, with this scenario, this is another page, a lot of children here. You're either giving birth, or you have a lot of children, you're around children, or it's just the energy of it, but it comes with a celebration. And like freedom. This is also a party. And this is also March. It's also Pisces. I have Pisces here. I have Sagittarius here. I have Capricorn here. King of Wands. King of Pentacles. But there's such a sense of maturity. So you achieved here, let me show you. Let me just show you. So there's the 3D achievements. Spiritual awakening. Soul family reunions. Also just fun. Celebration. Happiness. There's a lot of summer here. A lot of sun. Feasting, celebrating. Also, there's a lot of artistic expression. Very lighthearted artistic expression. Freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Now, on the surface, the Fool and the King of Pentacles are very different creatures. The King of Pentacles is very stable, it's very grounded, it's very work-oriented, very sometimes dogmatic in the negative expression, but very much by the rules. And he does things right. You know, we build things right, which kind of aligns with here. First, he builds a proper foundation, make sure he has everything to give in order to build a family, whatever. And then he's like, okay, now I need to find a partner. Okay, I have a partner now, and we have enough money, and we know each other, and we feel safe with each other. Now we can get married. Okay, now we're married. Now we had the fun that we needed to have. Now we can bring children into the world. He's a planner. Everything is very thought of. And the fool is the opposite. He's like, whatever naturally comes. Whatever the universe brings, I'll experience. Yeah, this order, that order, doesn't matter. But here I feel like they kind of work in harmony, because this comes not from fear, that his behavior in this reading, it comes from a sense of freedom. Like, this is how you truly want things to be. It comes from a place of being connected to your process, to your growth. So you are from a place of freedom, build all this in a very proper, like, linear way. And there is creativity in here, and there's a little bit of I'm not gonna lie, there's a little bit of childlike, not just the positive expression of it, but also being a little selfish or a little bit pampered. There's the need to be admired. These characters, they like being admired. Okay, nobody's perfect. Sorry, I'm looking further in the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I'm not going to go in there because it's a lot. What I am going to do, not everything is roses and sun. Justice, especially with judgment, truth, karma. When everything is perfect, Lady Karma comes knocking. Who did you have to leave behind? Who did you sacrifice? Who did you hurt? Who did you hurt to achieve all that? Right? Now it comes knocking at your door. So think. Those are also things that you need to fix. You can't escape it. This is like the tricky part. You want all that I just described? Make amends. If there's people in your life that you're holding back, that you're not being completely honest with, that you're just wasting their time, that you want to leave but you want to stay, but you want to leave but you want to stay, and you're kind of just hurting their feelings, cut the chains, set them free. Or someone else needs to do that for you, so you'll be able to do all the things that I just described. There's also a sense of being imprisoned by grief. You remember very well all the pain of your past and your past lifetimes. So there's a sense of remembering the grief, and almost like, how can I leave it behind? How can I allow myself to be so happy when all this happened or is happening? Almost like, how dare I, or how can I? Or there's almost like knowingly staying in that pain, in that grief. But no, I feel like the lesson was learned with the judgment and with justice. The lessons, they were learned. Now, if you're staying in that pain, it's just because of a habit and being addictive a little bit to that pain. You know, it can be addictive. You know, I need you to let go of that so you can tap into all the beauty that I described earlier here. Okay, this was your Achilles heel, Kev Achilles, your thorn and the flower. And if you do all that, then you have true power. And when I say power, I don't mean like ego power or brutal power. I mean like Mother Nature power, Earth, cow, Empress power. It's the power to give life, of birth, of love, of creation, of giving, with no expectations, just so much kindness and softness that are very strong. Those things that she has in her, they can hold the world. Complete victory. There's for divine masculines that are watching, there is a beautiful divine feminine. in your sphere that you can bring into this castle or frame that you've built. And she is very worthy and very well achieved on her own. You will not be doing her any favors. And if she'll come into your castle, it's because she chooses that, and you should appreciate it. Because she has her own. This is the Empress. She's the goddess of life. You wouldn't have all this if she hadn't given life on this planet. And this will always be your test. You know, the tendency to be arrogant, the tendency to think this is all I did, this is all I brought, this is all I gave, this is all I worked for. No. There's more to the 3D reality as we see it on the surface. There's the energy that is needed, the life force, the chi, the ki that is needed in order for all that to even manifest and matter. And if you think that it's all about that, about your work and what you did, about the money that you brought, about the home that you are giving, then you are so way off, and that's how you will lose it. Again. She's always around, Lady Karma. Justice is always around the corner looking at you. Are you acting out or are you acting well? Also, the inability to believe that something can be so damn good. And the devil has a little bit of a thing, you know, he wants to ruin things. Just to feel like life isn't perfect once again. God forbid that I was wrong and life isn't not perfect. Everything this can happen, everything of that I can have? No. I need to start mess it up before someone else messes it up for me. If it goes down the drain, at least it will come because I did it. Yeah, that's how the devil thinks. That's how this card thinks sometimes. So don't do that. Let this and it's really here. March, Page of Cups is March. It's Pisces season. The Empress is spring. It's March going more towards April. But this process has started already in January. The Capricorn card. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's been happening for a couple of months. Lovely reading, guys. And I had such a calm vibe to this reading. I felt so calm and at ease. Like there's a real sense of ease. Like you're building something so real on all levels. My acknowledgements. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that. There's no need to go further. Very accurate. We have the success, we have the tests, we have the opportunity, we have the results. Great. Happy March, Aries. Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you joined me for the first time, my name is Morgane, in case we haven't made an introduction. If you are, if you're coming back, then thank you so much for the trust and for, you know, just listening to me. I really, really appreciate that. I am not taking for granted anyone who sits down to listen to me. I find it amazing. Thank you for being here. Bottom of my heart. Really. Every single one of you has something to teach me. All of you are smart and great on your own. And the fact that you choose, you don't have to. There's so many videos out there, so many readers. And I'm sure you're listening to others as well, which is great because there are amazing readers out there. But the fact that you're also choosing to listen to me, I'm very grateful for it. Grateful and humbled. So thank you once again. And I hope to see you in April. If you want to know that I have another video, just press subscribe. And that way you'll know. You're not going to get gazillion notifications a day. It's YouTube, and I don't post a video every day. I post them towards the end of the month for the entire duration of the following month. Okay? Thank you, cards. Oh. I feel like I can't ignore it. I feel like I didn't... Okay, bottom of the deck of the reading, the Tower. Okay. I know what it's about. A dream, a project, something that you put a lot of work in, seems to be collapsing or not bringing the fruits that you've expected. It's for the better, because there's a bigger dream that needs room to enter into your life. A better relationship, a better partner, a better dream, a better project, a better opportunity. When something collapses, sometimes it's because we suck and we screwed up and then we need to fix it. But I feel like this is very spiritual, and this is, look at that. 16, the Tower, that's 7. The Chariot is 7. 7 of Pentacles, 7, 7, 7. It's highly spiritual, highly intentional and destined. If it's because you screwed up, then it was deliberate from spirit. You were pushed to screw up. It's almost like you couldn't avoid it. No matter how you think about it in your head, it's like it was inevitable. Trust that there was a good reason for that. So this is 2 things. Something collapsed to allow something better to come in, or something really good came into your life, didn't have room for it, so things started to crumble, and you're like, what is going on? Why am I losing this? Why is this not working out? It's because, don't blame this. Be like, oh, it's since you entered my life, or since this happened. They're so amazing and great and grand. Their energy is so powerful. It just collapses everything that isn't right. The truth collapses the lie. 777. The truth collapses the lie. The true 7 collapses the false 7. The negative aspect of the 7. 16 is the Migdal Bavel, the Tower of Babylon. It's collapsing. Right? Then there's the true beautiful expression of the 7, the dream manifestation and the building foundations with faith, even if you see only small results, but you know it's going to grow to a marvelous tree. And this lotus flower within with your dream is going to grow to be the universe. The stars are already aligning to support, to push this. The stars have pushed this into your life. So if on the surface it seems like this entering into your life is causing mayhem, blessing, a blessing in disguise. Thank it. Be grateful for it. Allow it. And be like, what is going on? Ever since this entered and happened, like everything is going crazy. It's in order for everything that I just said in the beginning of the reading to happen. And or maybe just the beginning of the reading so far was for one group of Aries and this is for another group of Aries. That's okay. It's a general reading, so I need to speak to as many as the cards wish to speak to. So I'm just expressing, yeah, I couldn't ignore it. It just came out like that. There's a sacrifice well worth to be made. This character looks locked and hung, but there's all the runes around it. The runes, secrets, truth of the universe, codes. Day and the night, the light and the dark, all the truth of all, of everything. Surrounding you and giving you an opportunity, and the sacrifice that you're making, and this feeling that you're making, whatever this is that you feel like you're sacrificing, it's for your real dreams to come true. You're sacrificing the old to have an amazing new. It's the card of Odin, who hung himself on the Yggdrasil tree for 9 nights until the knowledge of the runes came down on him. Odin is like the Zeus for the Celts, you know. He was like the strongest, biggest god. Wisest, most powerful. Because he held the knowledge of the roots, because he was willing to go to the roots of life to discover, made certain sacrifices, and he got, and he won the world. Look at this horse and the chariot, they're around the globe. Okay? Don't worry, Aries. Everything is okay. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Anyone who's watching the video and this deeply resonates with you, if you're not Aries, not at all, not Sun, not Moon, not Rising, but things that I've said here really deeply resonate and kind of soak into your skin and your bloodstream, then yes, it's for you. Okay, I've said my goodbyes and then I came back to read. Okay. Happy March. Love you all. Ciao.